Dana White's war on streamers.
Right.
Why do you feel like Dana White has such a big issue with streamers?
You're losing revenue. You know, it's typically with, you know, when you've got UFC 255, 256, 257, they're usually pay-per-view events. You know, usually you can watch it for free off ESPN or things like that. However, the whole total package, you need to pay some form of money unless you're going to a bar or something like that to watch it locally. If you watch a copy or like a recorded version of what someone else is watching, one person is paying for the service for 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, and so on, right? I think I said 3 twice. They're losing money, and it kind of takes the money out of the fighters' pockets. It's just sometimes, you know, a lot of people don't have the money, but they still want to watch the sport. It's very difficult. It's a difficult balance, but Dana's put his foot down and said, "Look, we don't like," and a lot of people have challenged him and been like, "Okay, Dana, you're going to find us. You're going to track us down." But Dana did track. Dana did track someone down. He actually tracked down one that actually has almost like a broadcasting network on the internet, and had lots of streaming services for just UFC events live. And that he went and picked out that person. He said, "Look, this person is not in America. I'm not going to say who it is, but we're watching his house, we're watching his phone, we're watching it. If he posts a link, we'll know about it and we'll prosecute him, and he'll obviously go to jail." Because
go to jail just for illegal streaming.
You would go to jail for hosting. You would go to jail for hosting. Yeah,
that's a bit rough.
To think about it though, if you have a really popular, let's say you have a popular network, a popular like illegal streaming service, right? Let's say they were going to watch Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier 2, and you have maybe 10 or 20,000 people, let's say 10,000. 10,000 people are watching your illegal stream for the fight today, right? For us to watch that fight, if we were to watch it on TV, we watch it at the pub, but if we were to go watch it, it's 55 Australian dollars.
Oh, okay.
Right? 55 times 10,000 people, they just lost 55 grand.
Oh, okay.
Right? That's only 10,000 people. Now, is it likely it's only 10,000 people? Probably not. There's probably 100,000, 1 million people. There's 7 billion people on the planet, and if it's a really popular fight, they're losing millions of dollars. And it's not just coming out of Dana's pocket, like the Dana and the company's pocket, it's coming out of the fighter's pocket, because those fighters that are getting pay-per-view points is a lot lower pay-per-view, they're not getting paid as much.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I feel like one of the things that really triggered him was the fact that Gaethje versus Nurmagomedov didn't get as many views or pay-per-view buys that it liked to.
Do you know what's interesting about that though? Because I've been going forth with some people that were in like Russia and Pakistan, all of that. Mm-hmm. They don't pay for UFC events.
Really?
They are all free. Pakistan, Russia, a lot of these Muslim countries, free.
Why is that?
No idea. But it kept on coming up in our comment section. We're saying, I didn't pay for the fight. We get it free in Pakistan and shit like that. It's interesting. I don't know how that goes, but I don't know how that goes with Muslim countries, honestly. What's that noise?
What is that clicking noise?
That's you. That's your mic. Yeah, that's your mic getting that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
yeah. So what were we saying?
Oh, I was saying that like in Muslim countries, a lot of the time it's free, and I have no idea why. I need to do a little bit more research into it. But the reason why Dana is so against streamers is that he's losing a lot of money, and and the fighters are losing a lot of pay-per-view points, which means.
And the last thing he wants to do is fire his staff, and there's been lots of talks of fighters being underpaid, and maybe the idea of streamers could be a contributor to that.
Coming back to the thing I was talking about before, when he said he was watching this one person,
yeah,
that person actually put a message out saying, I am no longer producing this illegal streaming service. I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to stream McGregor versus Poirier. and he deleted his streaming service that hosts, a copy of the Conor McGregor versus Poirier fight, and he was like, and that's Dana's little mental win, and now he wants to, each UFC event, he wants to make sure that he goes and sets that up for another person and another person, and he's gonna. There's a shit ton of streamers that you're gonna go through, but it's a huge population.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very hard to control.
Yeah, that's a war because you never know. Like these people, they're getting smarter. They got this thing called VPN where you can just bounce off your location. Your IP address of multiple places. Like some places even promote it as well, so it's gonna be hard to trace. You know what I mean? So I had a feeling. Dana, he's fighting a war. I don't think he can win.
No.
Unless he hires... I think he can hire people to actively search.
He most likely already does.
Do with his own.
Yeah. I know that on social media, if on Instagram and Facebook, the UFC has got that done.
Yeah.
If they have streams on there, they'll take it down and they'll block your accounts. And they work with other social services in order to take down these illegal streamers, but that's the extent of how far they can go.